Hey, my loves, happy Monday. I had such an epic weekend this past weekend at the Dare to Lead Grow Women's Summit. It was a 2-day event where some of you may have seen the photos. I got to be on a panel on day one speaking about mindsets. Hey, Andrew, and taking on the mindset and understanding the challenges of entrepreneurship and what to do, some things to actually take into account. And then day two, you guys, I was so in my jam. If you didn't catch that video, please take a look at it. There's a little clip of me, which you guys don't get to see this side of me on a Facebook Live. Only when you work with me one-on-one and you come to the workshops I facilitate or in my masterminds, you get to see and experience me in my woo-woo meditation guide state. And it's one of my favorite things to do is to guide people into their inner powerful selves, their inner warriors. And the breakthroughs that happen because we really connect with that, we get out of our head and we come into our own truth inside, right? Our own beings, our souls, we get connected with that deep place. And I love doing that. I love it when people are crying and they're releasing shit and coming to their truth, their messages, the confirmation. So many people came up to me after and said, you know what, this exercise really confirmed things. I'm on the right path. I've heard that. I also heard, wow, I just got some new ideas come up for my big vision. Like I hadn't thought about that before. So incredible stuff happens. Hey, Tiff. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for coming on my Facebook Lives, you guys. I love you both so much. Hi, Gail. And so one of the questions on the panel, and I was inspired to come on here to do a Facebook Live about it, was what happens when your own spouse and or loved ones do not support you in your big vision dream? And this is particularly for you if you are thinking about starting a business. If you have a business, you're maybe feeling stuck, frustrated. And oftentimes before people come to work with me, we get on that discovery call. What I hear is, my spouse keeps asking, when am I going to get a real job? Or when am I going to go back to my job? Or why don't I stay in the current job I'm in? But it's soul sucking for them. Okay. This is why I wanted to come on to share this wisdom with you. Hi, Miss Allie. How many more days till we go to Boston and speak at Harvard, girl? I'm so excited, you guys. That's my big milestone. And Allie was one of my soulmate clients, had never spoke before, never public spoke. And now she's coming to Harvard to speak with me. This is incredible. And we have Corey Poirier, our mentor, to thank for that. So, okay. Focus, Roz. Here we go. So what do? Okay, so here was my answer to this. The first part is, I want you to look at yourself. And you guys know that's always my first thing to say to you. Look at yourself. Because if there's something going on in your life, whether it's your life or your business, right? How you do one part of your life is how you do all parts of your life, is when you're not getting the desired results. Hi, Laurel. It is because there's a block happening, consciously or unconsciously, usually unconsciously, okay? Because manifesting only happens when you consciously want something, all right? And let's say you're creating the steps to do it, you're doing it, and then all along the way, all of a sudden you get sidetracked. All of a sudden there's self-sabotaging happening. And you're going, why did I do that? Why is this happening? Right? Then we need to look at what are the thoughts, what are the feelings that are driving those behaviors that are not helping you, not serving and supporting you. And usually it comes down to a belief around your worth, a story around money, a story around success, a story around failure. So you need to look at your own stories. What is a story you're telling yourself unconsciously? And they'll become conscious when you sit with the feelings. And trust me, it would be very helpful to process this with a coach so that you can understand. And I'm totally happy to help you guys with that. Okay. So, it's my jam. It's my gift. So once you're really clear about that, now, once you acknowledge what is a thing that sometimes is a blind spot, it's a limiting belief. It's that once you acknowledge it, you bring it into your conscious awareness and you work through it. So you shift into a new story aligned with your big vision dreams. Then that's where action can continue to happen. Keep moving you forward. Okay. So again, number one, you need to look at yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you have confidence to grow your business and you have a clear plan of action to get there? All right. A lot of times when I'm talking to these people who say my spouse doesn't support me, my family members, my loved ones don't support me, like they keep challenging me, like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you made out for this? You know, there's all those challenges. When are you going to start making money? How are you going to do that? You know, these people are picking up on your lack of confidence in yourself and maybe your lack of clarity about how you're going to get there. Because what happens, and now I'm going to pull this from my family, my master's in marriage and family. I'm trained to see things from a systemic perspective, right? Which I do bring into business systems, is if you start to create a shift, let's even look at it from a couple's perspective, okay? If let's say you and your partner, you're in this pattern and this pattern isn't working for you. So in this pattern, you're not feeling confident in yourself. And then that energetically is going to manifest because energy doesn't lie, right? Your partner is only pointing out what's unconscious to you, that's lack of confidence, for example. And then somehow that gets pulled to the forefront for you, right? And so how partner A responds to partner B is going to react to partner A and vice versa. Hi, Rayanne. Rayanne's my coach, by the way. She's my mindset and personal development coach of integrity seminars. Life changing. Hi, Savi. Hi, Harry. Hi, Lisa. Oh my God, look at you guys. Okay, so once you're in this cycle, how you start to shift from that is, let's say your partner B, okay? If your partner reacts to a certain something, says something to you that pulls out that lack of confidence, then instead of doing your usual reaction, you shift. And let's say you shifted and you've done the work to believe in yourself, to start to take action aligned with moving your business forward. Your partner can't react the same way to you in this cycle because you're no longer in it. You pulled yourself out. That shifts the dynamics of how then your partner is going to eventually respond to you. Now, it doesn't work out in theory perfectly that way. Okay, in real life, I mean. In theory, that's how it will happen, right? But in real life, what's going to happen is because unconsciously, people are very resistant to change. You're going to look like the bad guy often, or feel like the bad guy. This is, if you want to look at it this way, it's also about setting boundaries. You feel guilty about setting boundaries. You've worked on mastering your boundaries, and then now you're setting them verbally. What's going to happen is people who didn't respect your boundaries because they weren't there in the first place before are used to this old pattern of you. So when they see you starting to set boundaries, they're going to start to take it personally. They're going to start to say things that will make you want to, that part of you that's like, I'll change, right? Everyone's like, change. They're going to want to, and it's not their intention, but this is what happens. I saw this all the time. I continue to see it, where it's like, change back. I don't like what you're doing. But you got to stay strong and firm in this place. I'm doing this. I believe in myself. I'm setting the boundaries. I'm taking action forward with my business. And when you consistently keep showing up that way, people are going to shift with you and go, holy shit, they're actually doing it, right? Then you start to change the dynamics of how people see you because you're showing up. That's the number one way. You got to do the inner work, the hardest work, but the most rewarding work. My dad, I can share this with you guys. My dad, I talks about how one of the biggest things that stops me from resigning as a psychologist and taking that leap of faith into coaching was my unconscious belief around disappointing my dad. And in real life, that actually was part of it too, was like he would say things because he cares and he loves me, but it's also very cultural. Is like, well, what's going to happen if you're no longer licensed? Who's going to respect you? What if you lose your credibility? What if you, what if you go off the crazy end? Like, it was his own anxiety that was being projected onto me. I can totally see that. And we've had a conversation since, many, right? And I was like, Dad, I love you. And I got to do this for me. I got to do this for the impacts that I desire to create in this world. And I can't let my own fears and insecurity and the projection of yours get in the way, right? And so I bravely did what I did, and I took the leap of faith while sending lots of love to my dad. And I proved to myself, and in the process, I proved to everyone else, I'm not doing this for anyone else, by the way. I am doing this for me because I know the impacts I create in the world. I know I need to share my gifts. I need to continue growing and putting myself out there and playing bigger. And I'm not going to let anyone stand in my way. And I want you to take on the same attitude. You are not going to let anyone stand in your way. Because what starts to shift is you start to be more assertive. You start to say, look, I know you care about me. I know you love me. And I know this is hard for you to see me change like this. And let me ask you how you can support me in this if you choose. I'm going to keep going whether you support me in this or not. Okay. And it is taking that bold action to stand in this power. This is also why, here's number 2, surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who are already where you want to be, who are doing on that same journey as you. So this is why going to networking events helps. This is why going to workshops helps. This is also why I'm going to just really blow this up, you guys. I wouldn't be here today without this. Mentorship, investing in yourself, right? In a business coach, a mentor, a mastermind. A mastermind is like there's a commonality, there's a theme, right? It's like a big think tank and you're here supporting each other. That's the easiest way to put it, okay? And different masterminds have different purposes. So choose the one that's aligned with your big vision, right? When I run my masterminds, I help coaches, healers, practitioners, heart-driven entrepreneurs attract more clients, use and get more visible, right? Be your authentic self, attract your soulmate clients, and monetize on your calling. That is the point of my masterminds. And it's all about the inner work, mastering your energy, soul plus strategy, business strategies and systems to help you get there. Okay, so I have masterminds, and I also have one-on-one coaching programs for that. But masterminds are powerful, and I belong to 3 masterminds for different purposes. So I want you guys to know, like, it's so possible, but you have to invest in yourself. Be part of a container of people who are going to support you, cheerlead you, especially when you're down and feeling defeated, because shit like that happens, and it still does, you guys. Okay, every time you up level, every time you stretch outside of your comfort zone, you need your tribe to be cheering you on, to be supporting you, to hold you. You need that. And here's the truth. You can do so much mindset work, belief system work on yourself, and you can move yourself forward to a certain place. But if your environment is filled with naysayers, people who are continuing to challenge you in a negative way, you don't have many people who are on that same journey with you, research shows environment always wins. Environment always wins. I don't want that for you. I do not want that for you. I want you to find a supportive group. Okay. You know, look at, even if you're not in business, look at life. If you have health goals, let's say, right? Let's say you want to lose weight. Let's say you want to get more fit, whatever that looks like. Maybe you have some digestion issues and you want to work through that, right? Join a group. Invest in a trainer. You guys, if you need some connections, I'm a connector, okay? If you need some referrals, contact me. I have lots of personal trainers, holistic nutritionists, naturopaths, psychologists as my clients, okay? And of course, I know my clients work intimately, deeply intimately, so I will know who would be a good fit for you, and I will refer you. All right, I'm happy to do that. So that's the other piece around being a part of a mastermind or having a business mentor. Of course, they're going to support you by referring to you because they know your work intimately. And if they see somebody that's aligned with your services and your offerings, your products, they're going to refer you because they know you inside out, right? Or at least that's the kind of coach I am. And so being able to, coming back to fitness, being able to be part of, some people are part of Weight Watchers. Some people are part of a fitness group program that's really supportive for them and continues to be in that support. Like business, it's not much different business and like weight loss in terms of like needing that support, right? So we want to be surrounded by people who are going to uplift us, support us, understand us, and cheerlead us. We also want people who are going to help us see our blind spots. That's really important too. All right. So I hope that's helpful. You guys, if you are just starting out, and you are wanting some support in your business, if maybe you are 2 or 3 years in and you're like, I need some fresh ideas, some fresh perspectives, some new connections, come join me in my free Facebook group, Magnetize and Monetize for Coaches, Healers, and Entrepreneurs with Rosalind Fung. I'll post it in the comments below. And biggest thing, guys, don't try to do this alone. All right. Do the inside work. All right. Stand up and stay in your power. Stand in your power. Speak your truth. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I see you. I hear you. I love you. You guys can do this.